Today, we're meeting a super special family, basically a lineup of sports geniuses.
They looked at my sister Astrid, beaming with pride.
And their oldest daughter is a real prodigy on the slopes.
Hey there, I'm Amy, the youngest in the so-called sports genius family. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Except for plot twists, I'm terrible at sports, and honestly, I couldn't care less about them. I was born a month early, so I was always weaker than Astrid. That's why my parents never wanted me near sports. They didn't even let me go to school like other kids. I had private tutors at home, which meant no friends. Astrid was my first and only one.
Astrid, your sister's always been fragile. You need to look after her and let her have her way, okay?
I followed Astrid everywhere, after school, even during her skiing training sessions. When she got her, I was the one wrapping her bandages. In my imagination, she would grow into a professional skiing star, and I would be her personal nurse. That Christmas, we were supposed to celebrate Christmas together. I waited all night, the food went cold, and she still didn't come home. Then my phone buzzed.
Sorry, my friend invited me to a birthday party. Let's celebrate tomorrow, okay?
Just like that, all the excitement drained out. Astrid never broke promises. She wasn't allowed to do this to me. I made Mom find out her friend's address, and the moment I got it, I dashed straight there. When I pushed the door open, the room was buzzing with laughter, music. They're having a birthday party. You're coming home with me.
You promised we'd spend Christmas together. Amy, this is my friend's party. Don't make a scene. Go home. I told you we'd do it tomorrow.
She tried to push, but I was so angry I couldn't stop myself. If she didn't want to spend Christmas with me, then I'd ruin this party too. So yeah, I made sure the place turned into a total disaster. After all, Astrid had to drag me home.
You went way too far.
It was the first time she'd ever yelled at me like that. Scared and upset, I burst into tears. Mom rushed out right away to comfort me.
Astrid, I told you to be gentle with your sister.
But she started it.
You could have talked to her calmly, no yelling.
Astrid stormed into her room. The next day, she didn't say a single word to me. That had never happened before. That night, I crept into her room. Sis, I'm sorry. Please don't be mad at me. Maybe my tears softened her heart a little. Astrid let out a long sigh, then gently patted my head.
Fine, but don't ever do that again.
Okay, I knew I was still her favorite. When Astrid turned 19, she was selected for the city's ski team, which meant she had to move away. No, you shan't leave me.
I'll call you every day. Promise.
After some convincing, I finally let her go. It was the first time we'd ever been apart that long. At first, she texted me all the time, but soon the messages slowed down, so I decided to visit her. One train ride later, I finally arrived. I waited in front of Astrid's apartment for what felt like ages, until she finally showed up late that evening. The moment she saw me, her eyes widened in total disbelief.
Amy, what are you doing here?
I came to visit you. Bet you didn't see that coming.
Go home tomorrow, okay? I'm super busy and don't have time to hang out.
No way, I barely see you anymore. I want to stay longer. After a bit of begging, she agreed to let me stay for a while. At first, I thought we'd be close again, but nope, she was swamped with training. I barely saw her face. So one day, I went to wait outside her school to walk her home. After a while, I finally spotted her walking out with two friends by her side. Astrid?
What are you doing here? Go home.
Oh, you're Astrid's sister. I'm Sophia and this is Elias. We're grabbing coffee. Wanna come?
Sure. We went to a cafe down the street. I thought it'd be fun, but the whole time they just talked about skiing tour tournaments and players I didn't even know. I sat here quietly, staring at my drink. Somehow, there was this wall between Astrid and me, so I decided I'd start learning skiing and eventually join the same sports center where Astrid trained. I didn't really care about the sport itself, but if that was the only thing that could bring us closer again, I was willing to try. The next afternoon, I joined a beginner's class, and surprise, the coach was Elias. Apparently, he worked there part-time. Thanks to his patient coaching, I actually started getting better. That night, after practice, it was already dark when Elias offered to walk me home. We ran into Astrid in front of the apartment.
Elias? Amy, what's going on here?
Oh, Elias is my skiing coach. We just finished practice.
I'll head off then. See you tomorrow.
I waved as he left, grinning from ear to ear. Astrid, though, stayed silent and walked straight into the house. I hurried after her, still bubbling with excitement. Elias is super patient, you know. He explains every move so carefully.
Just stop talking.
I froze. What was that about? Maybe she was just tired from training. Yeah, that had to be it. She needed some rest. After months of hard work, I finally got accepted into the same sports center Astrid trained at. I was thrilled! Finally, we could be together all the time. Everyone there was really nice too. Then one day during practice, Elias got hurt. I rushed over, grabbed some bandages, and helped him wrap his ankle.
You look like a pro nurse.
I always patched Astrid up whenever she got injured.
Wow, that's adorable, Astrid. You're lucky to have such a caring little sister.
She only knows basic first aid. We should still take Elias to the infirmary.
The next day, we were split into 2 teams. Astrid and I ended up on opposite sides. During my round, she looks angry.
Astrid, take it easy.
She was about to rush toward me during my performance. Luckily, Elias jumped in and stopped her just in time. However, she lost her balance and fell. She clutched her leg, wincing in pain. Everyone rushed to help and took her straight to the hospital. The doctor said she'd have to rest until she fully recovered. Oh geez Louise, what about the upcoming tournament?
Astrid won't be able to compete. Amy, you'll take her place.
Wait, me? I'm not ready for that.
Don't worry, I'll train you extra. You've got this.
Hearing that made my heart steady a bit, so I nodded. Later, when everyone left, I stayed behind in the hospital room with Astrid.
You happy now? You've finally taken everything from me.
What are you talking about?
My whole life I've had to step aside for you. I never have. Friends because of you. The first one who invited me to a birthday party. You ruined it. When I finally thought I had a life of my own here, you showed up again, stealing my friends, my spot on the team, and even Elias. I liked him, Amy. I really did.
Her words cut deep. My chest heightened. I didn't even realize I'd hurt her this much. I'm sorry, Astrid. I didn't mean to.
Just go. I don't want to see you anymore.
No matter how much I tried to explain, she wouldn't listen. She didn't want to see me, so I found another way. Every day, I brought her food. I could tell from her smile that those messages were making her feel better. Eventually, Astrid's leg healed completely. Using Elias' name one last time, I sent her an invitation to the big match. As Astrid showed up, everyone was panicking because I'd disappeared.
Astrid, you'll have to sub in for Amy.
Goat it. I'll give it my all.
And she did. Astrid played her heart out and the team crushed. When the crowd erupted in cheers, I couldn't stop smiling. Finally, I'd done something for her. I quietly slipped out of the stadium. I'd made up my mind I'd go back home, study hard, and apply to med school. Sports were never really my thing, but before I could walk far, someone grabbed my hand. Elias?
I've been chasing you forever. You skipped that match on purpose, didn't you? You wanted Astrid to have her moment.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Astrid thanked me for all those notes, but I never wrote them. I knew it had to be you.
I just gave her back what was hers. I'm heading home to my parents. This place, it's not really where I belong. I froze for a second. Maybe I imagined it, but Elias's smile suddenly looked tense.
Don't go. Please.
What did you just say?
I don't want to be away from you because I like you.
My heart went absolutely wild, but Astrid's words still echoed in my head, keeping me silent. I'm sorry, but I can't return your feelings. I told myself time would fix it, that he'd probably forget me someday. I went back home and threw myself into studying. Months passed, and somehow I made it into med school. One afternoon, I was practicing first aid on a dummy when I heard a familiar voice behind me.
Hey, my leg's acting up again. Think you could check it out, Doctor? Amy?
For a second, I thought I was dreaming, but when I turned around, there she was. Astrid, you're really here.
I came back because I missed you. Elias told me everything. I'm so sorry for hurting you.
I was never mad at you. You'll always be my favorite sister in the whole world. She pulled me into a hug. Maybe it was only when we finally got each other that all the walls between us just disappeared.
Guess what? I've got a boyfriend now. He couldn't come this time though.
He looks so happy. I can tell he really loves you.
And what about you and Elias? If you still care about him, maybe it's time to give love a shot. He still likes you, you know.
I couldn't lie to myself anymore. The truth was, not a single day had gone by without me thinking about him. I think I like him too.
You heard that, Elias?
Wait, what? Elias? The door creaked open and Elias walked in. Astrid winked, stepping out and giving us the room.
I don't want to miss our chance again. Amy, will you give us another shot?
My heart melted. I've been waiting for this moment forever. Elias, I like you so much. Be my boyfriend, okay?
Hi, my name is Ariel and I'm from the Philippines. Please like and subscribe. Ever since I can remember, I lived with my mom in a small town in the country. Mom worked as a cook in small households and made sure I had everything growing up, but I always missed some company while she'd be away working. Mommy, I want to go with you and get so bored here all by myself. I don't even have a sibling to play with.
Oh, honey, you should try and make friends with the other kids.
But that was next to impossible. I was taller than the other kids my age, so whenever I tried to play with them, they'd freak out and run away. But I'm really 6 years old.
Yeah, and I'm I'm Jennifer Lopez. Go away, kid. You're too big for this ride.
I couldn't go on rides or enjoy the other things with kids my age, and as I was growing up, my height was sprouting with the speed of light. By the time I was in the 8th grade, I had started to outgrow the bed, and the kids at school were the meanest.
Why are you eating in the cafeteria, Giraffe? Go eat the trees outside in the garden.
I can see the inside of your nostrils. Why don't you cut the forest inside there, Giant?
Gosh, they just wouldn't stop. One time when I was in the washroom, some girls came and threw the cleaning water all over me.
My mom says you're a devil child. This is going to wash off all your evilness.
This was it. I could no longer contain my anger and push them away.
She hit me, she hit me. The giant went all Hulk and hit me.
She ran crying to the principal, and my mom was called in no time, and I was put in detention for a week. Later, when I reached home, I was furious. I don't want to go to school anymore. Mom, those kids are just mean. It was all their fault, but no one cares because the way I look, it's always my fault.
Honey, it's fine. It's just a week and we can spend it together.
No, Mom, you don't understand. I feel so lonely sometimes. If only I had a sibling, it would have been so much better and no one would dare to touch me. Suddenly, Mom's expression changed and she burst out crying.
You do have a sibling. You have an elder sister?
She looked like she instantly regretted saying that, and I was stunned. What the freaking peacocks? Mom, what are you talking about? I have an elder sister?
I didn't want to tell you this, but yes, when your father and I separated, we decided to take custody of one child each. I chose you, and your dad took your elder sister, Pearl.
Why did you never tell me about this before, Mom? All this time while I was wishing and crying I'd have a sibling, you hid the whole truth for me. Why? Suddenly, Mom burst into tears.
I was too young when I married your dad, and he was a difficult man. I had no choice but to leave him. I'm so sorry, honey. Please understand me.
I knew she must have her reasons, but I was so mad at her for keeping the secret for so long. I went inside the only room we had in the house and shut the door tight, but minutes later I could hear people shouting what was going on. I ran downstairs and Mom was freaking out too.
Ariel, honey, we have to get out of here. There's a flood coming. We need to leave this place right now.
A float? We didn't have enough time to vacate the place, so Mom grabbed the important stuff and money, and we left our home before the flood reached us. After hours of traveling and rescue team operations, we were finally provided with a shelter. But when I saw Mom all sad and tired, I couldn't help but hug her. I'm so sorry I was mad at you, Mom, but now please tell me everything about my dad and my sister. Maybe we can go find them. But Mom looked at me with confused looks.
Oh, honey, I don't know where he is. All the papers and documents and his address, everything was in the house, and now it's probably floating around somewhere in the floods.
What? This was insane. Now my only hope of finding my sister was gone. But things took a more drastic turn when we had to leave the country and go to Europe. And surprisingly, this place was super awesome. Almost everyone was as tall as me, and I decided I wasn't going to be a crybaby anymore. I've become strong and independent to help Mom. Soon after, I started browsing for jobs all through the newspapers and found a perfect one for Mom and me. She got appointed as the head chef in an Asian restaurant, and I took the job there as a waitress. A few days later, when I was cleaning the restaurant, a lady screamed at the top of her lungs when she saw me.
Oh God, Jesus, you're perfect.
The lady told me her name was Sheila, and she was a huge fashion person. She wanted a new face for her upcoming fashion magazine, and according to her, I was just perfect as a model. I couldn't believe my ears. It was really happening. I ran to Mom, all excited to tell her the good news, and she had the best reaction.
Oh, honey, I'm so proud of you. This is like a miracle.
But I had to shift to the trainee headquarters in another city and live there with the other trainees. I moved out of Mom's place, and Sheila took me to the internship place, and that's where I met Veronica, the most beautiful one there. She was literally a queen.
Get the heck out of my face. What are you staring at?
And a witch too. Just then, another girl came to me.
Ignore her. She's just too proud of her looks and her father's money. By the way, I'm Amy.
Amy was my roommate, and she was the sweetest girl I knew. We got along just like sisters. Then the day before our first big shoot, when everyone was prepping, Veronica came and handed me a box.
Sheila asked me to give this to you. It's the latest cosmetics. You can put them on for your show tomorrow.
For some reason, she seemed unreasonably sweet and I could tell something was off, so I put the box aside. But later, when I went out of the room, I saw Amy screaming.
My face, it's burning. What was in that cream?
Oh God, Veronica! She gave the cream to me. I went to her room, filled with rage. Are you crazy? Why would you do that?
Because I've been here for months and I deserve to be the face of the cover magazine. I won't let you take my place.
So you'd try to ruin my face?
Oh, not just to ruin it, but burn it to ashes.
This was it. She was done for. I ran to her and pulled her by her hair, but instead of fighting back, she just went and smashed herself into the side drawer and started screaming.
Help, help, she's going to kill me. Someone help me.
Suddenly, Sheila walked in and saw Veronica crying. She looked at me with a furious glare.
What in the name of Gucci?
No, Sheila, it's not what it looks like. I swear I can explain. I tried to explain the whole situation, but now she wouldn't listen to me, and she cut both of us out of the main magazine cover, and after that, Veronica made it her life's goal to destroy me. A week later, we had a ramp show, and since it was my first, I invited Mom to see it as well. On the day of the show, while I was getting ready for the event, I saw Veronica tampering with the straps of my dress, and I just wanted to kick her butt, and Amy held me back.
No, stop. What are you doing?
I'm going to teach that witch a lesson.
No, wait, I have a better idea. She tried to ruin your face and humiliate you on stage in front of everyone. Kicking her butt won't be enough.
Amy came up with a plan, and we sneaked into Veronica's room and sprinkled allergy powder all over her dress. Minutes later, when Veronica put on the dress and walked onto the ramp, I noticed something really weird. She had a necklace that looked exactly like the one my mom gave to my long-lost sister. Did this mean Veronica was my sister? What in the fish freaking world? But before I could react, it was too late. She was already on the stage and scratching herself like crazy, but I couldn't take it anymore. If there was the slightest chance that she was my sister, I couldn't see her like that. I looked around and saw a janitor's trolley kept at a distance. I picked up the water bucket and went onto the stage and dumped all the water over Veronica's head.
You witch. I'm going to kill you.
Veronica, listen to me.
You splashed dirty cleaning water over me. What were you thinking? You're gonna pay for this now?
She jumped onto me and we broke into a fight in the middle of the ramp and the cameras clicked everything. Sheila looked at us raging mad like a bull. I quickly ran inside, but Amy too went bonkers on me.
Why? Why would you do that? You should have just let her embarrass herself. Have you gone nuts?
No, Amy, it's not like that. I just think she's my sister.
You're what? Is this some kind of joke? No matter what you say anymore, I'm just gonna kill you now.
She leapt onto me, but just then someone caught her. He was a tall man, and he had eyes just like mine.
Veronica, control yourself. Is this how I taught you to behave in public?
But Dad, she did this to me. Can't you see what it—
Enough. That's enough.
No, Dad. You have to listen to me.
Veronica.
He raised his hand up in the air to hit, and I couldn't take it. Stop it! What are you? An animal? Can't you see she's already in pain and shivering? What kind of dad are you?
You don't have to stand up for me, jerk. I can fight for myself. I don't need your pity.
Saying that, she pushed me and I was about to fall to the ground, but Mom caught me.
I guess I wasn't wrong about leaving you. You're still a jerk. And look, you have turned my daughter into a bad person, just like you. I should have never let you take her.
Oh my God. So I was right. That man was my dad, and Veronica was my sister.
What? What is she saying, Dad? And who is she?
Mom explained everything to her, and Veronica went all bonkers.
Why? Why did you never tell me I had a sister? And Mom, you said my mom died in a car crash.
Who cares? She's dead to me anyway. She caught me cheating on her once, and she divorced me. Filthy, which—
Gosh, she's not filthy. You are. You're such a jerk, Dad. I hate you.
Veronica ran out of the venue, and I followed her. Veronica, listen to me, please. I know you're hurt, and I know how difficult it must have been for you to live with that man all this time, but now you have a family. You have Mom and me. I'm your sister, Veronica. Please look at me once. She turned around, and I could see the tears running down her eyes.
I'm so sorry, Ariel. Dad always treated me like I was never good enough, so I just wanted to prove him wrong by being the best model. But I didn't realize I was becoming a bad person, and I ended up hurting you, my own sister. Please forgive me.
Oh, Veronica, it's okay. Come here, sis. Being different is what makes you special. Be proud of who you are and never lose hope, because miracles often come from the most unexpected places.
Hi, I'm Kate from New York, and this is my story. Please like and subscribe. I was born to the CEOs of a multi-million-dollar aerospace company. I grew up with everything a kid could want, and then some. But I was practically raised by my nannies. Since my parents were always busy, they tried to make time for me. But I didn't really have their attention, and I craved it. I think that's why I was in such a hurry to start talking. I was forming my first words when I was only 1, and by the time I was 2, I could speak short sentences. And once I started talking properly, a rocket couldn't have stopped me.
How was your first day of school, honey?
Oh, it was so good. I felt kind of scared. But then the teacher with the black hair and the green eyes and the big ears came and took me to class. And my classroom is so nice and it's all yellow and there was 21. No, 20 kids. And they're all my friends. That's because I gave them all markers. And my first class was about alphabets and it was boring. And then I saw a boy's butt crack. And I started laughing at it, and the teacher looked mad. But then—
Sweetie, that's lovely. Why don't you just eat your food?
Now I was at the best part, Daddy. Now I have to start again. Okay, so my first day of school. I just had this need to interact with people. I chatted to strangers in the park, at the grocery store, at the cinema. When my friends came over for playdates, I had tried to make them stay as long as I possibly could. But you haven't seen our basement yet. It's really cool, and I think it's haunted. And you still haven't met my imaginary friends. Okay, how about I show you my magic tricks? I even talked to people in my sleep. My parents found me exhausting, and soon my teachers started complaining about my disruptive behavior in class. I was tested for ADHD, but there wasn't anything wrong with me.
She's very bright and just seeks attention a little more than other kids. It's not uncommon in an only child, and she'll grow out of it. Do you spend quality time with her?
Well, we try.
But we're very, very busy.
The doctor recommended some activities we could do together every day, but of course my parents couldn't keep up. Then one day, when I was 8, my whole life changed. I got home from school to find my parents in the living room with a beautiful older girl who didn't look very happy.
Kate, we have some exciting news. Come meet Lola. She's 11 and she's your new sister.
She's my sister? But I didn't see your tummy growing. Mom, where does she come from? Why is she so big? Why is her hair red? What?
Honey, she's our employee's daughter and we've adopted her. I'll explain to you later what that means. Why don't you say hello and show her to her room?
Lola still hadn't spoken a word, but I talked nonstop as I took her hand and led her away. And then she shut my mouth with a huge ice cream. She didn't even come down for dinner later. My parents said she just needed time to adjust and I should give her space. I tried really hard, but I just couldn't fall asleep and crept into her room. I quietly opened the door and found her sitting next to a carton, crying. Lola, what's wrong?
Nothing. I was just looking at some old things and it made me sad.
Ooh, space boots.
My dad got them for me when I was your age. I always wanted to be an astronaut.
Well, you should. It'll be so cool.
Yeah, but my dad won't be there to see me become one.
As the tears rolled down her cheeks, I suddenly hugged her tight and she didn't push me away. I'll be there to see you take off on a rocket. I'll always be there for you, Lola. Lola smiled, then suddenly hopped onto the armchair and held out a hand to me.
Want to take a closer look at the Milky Way? Welcome aboard the North Star Express.
We imagined flying through the universe, dodging meteors and alien spaceships, and it was the best night of my life. And I quickly grew to love Lola. She had long red hair that she let me braid as much as I wanted. She'd play with me whenever I asked, even if she was in the middle of something. And soon, I became as obsessed with everything space-related as she was. Lola was an excellent student too, and she helped me with my studies. But my teacher still complained about my behavior, and Lola had a solution for that too.
I used to get really scared of making speeches in class, so my dad showed me a trick. I'd hold on to a penny so I could channel all my fear into it. It totally works. So whenever you feel the urge to talk during lessons, just hold on to this and channel all your energy into it and save all your stories for me.
My parents were so proud of my progress, and they adored Lola. Life seemed perfect. But then Lola started high school, and everything started changing. She cut her beautiful hair short and changed her wardrobe. And when I asked her to do something with me, she always had an excuse.
I have a club meeting after school. I'm meeting up with a couple of friends. I have a paper to finish. Sorry.
On the weekends, she started interning at my parents' company, and we spent no time together. But the perfect opportunity came on my 13th birthday, when my parents gifted me tickets to an amazing space park and even arranged a hotel stay for me and Lola. I'd barely seen her at home lately, so the next day at school, I ran over to her at recess. Hey Lola, guess what we're doing on my birthday? We're going to Space World, and we'll have the whole weekend to ourselves. Woohoo!
This weekend? I completely forgot it was your birthday. I am going to a concert with my friends.
What do you mean? It's my birthday. Birthday.
Well, we can do it another weekend.
But how could you forget? If you won't come to Space World, then at least take me to the concert with you.
No way! No toddlers allowed!
Of course I'm not bringing her.
We always spend our birthdays together. Lola, what's wrong with you? You've changed so much. And now...
Will you stop being a baby? The universe doesn't revolve around you. I have a life and it doesn't have to include you all the time. Why can't you make friends of your own? You're being annoying.
Lola had never spoken to me that way before, and I ran off before she could see my tears. I hid in the janitor's closet and was crying my eyes out when suddenly I jumped out of my skin. A boy from my class, Jamie, was sitting on a bucket and casually eating his lunch. What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same thing.
I'm crying. Can't you see?
I'm eating a sandwich, can't you see? Do you want one?
This is really not a good sandwich.
Oh, I know that. And I have to eat 2 every day. My sister never eats her lunch because she hates it. And I don't want to hurt Mom's feelings.
But why are you hiding in the closet? Aren't you one of the cool skateboarding kids?
Yeah, but I like being alone sometimes. I have 3 older sisters, and the youngest one who practically lives in my room. She's so annoying.
My house is almost empty, and my sister's too busy for me. She's like you. I guess she finds me annoying now.
Yeah. So how about you back off a bit? And dude, your house sounds like heaven.
Jamie and I became friends that day, and soon I started inviting him over. We play video games and have catching fish matches. He even taught me how to skate. And maybe he was right. I just needed to give Lola some space to fix things between us, except they got so much worse. Over a few months, Lola changed into this person I no longer recognized. She suddenly ended the internship, saying she didn't want to work at my parents' company anymore. One day, I walked past her room to see that she'd torn down her Neil Armstrong poster and replaced it with Justin Bieber. She was never home for dinner because she was out with her friends, and even her grades began to suffer. Late one night in 9th grade, when my parents were away, I woke up to some sound and spotted Lola outside in the garden, kissing a strange boy. I sneaked out to get a closer look, but then they both climbed onto his bike and left. I hopped onto my skateboard and rode fast to keep up. And to my surprise, they ended up outside my parents' company and then started putting on ski masks and gloves.
We don't have a lot of time. The security guards will be coming by in an hour. I'll get you into the system, and you have to make sure the software is completely wrecked. Okay?
Are you sure about this?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay, just checking. It'll only take me 30 minutes, babe.
Hold it! What do you think you're doing, Lola?
Kate, did you follow me here?
Yeah, and good thing I did. Are you insane? Why are you planning on wrecking our parents' software?
Your parents are not my parents, and there are things you won't understand.
I'm not a kid anymore, so try me.
You wouldn't believe me if I did, but trust me, your parents deserve this.
After adopting you and raising you as their own kid?
They only adopted me to be your companion. They were too busy to deal with you themselves, so they dumped you on me.
That's what I am, a burden you got dumped with. I thought I was your sister, and you've been my everything. I've always looked up to you, and now I don't even know who you are.
I didn't ask you to make me your role model, and you're right. You don't know me, and you don't even know your parents.
What do you mean? Please, Lola, let's just go home and talk, okay? I'm not letting you into that building anyway. I'll call security myself this minute if you try. Lola looked furious, then took her boyfriend's hand and left with him. Feeling shaken, I was riding back on my skateboard when I missed a speed bump and went flying. My head hit the ground and everything went black. When I woke up, I was in the hospital with my parents, Lola and Jamie in the room.
Oh, thank God you're finally awake.
We still can't believe that you went out riding alone so late at night. If Lola hadn't found you.
I looked over at Lola, sitting with her head hanging, and then she quietly left. I was discharged soon from the hospital, and I knew I just had to talk to Lola soon. But the next morning, when I went to her room, she was gone. My parents reported her missing to the police, and they searched high and low, but it seemed like she just vanished. Mom, Dad, why do you think she was so mad at you guys? You must have some idea.
Sweetheart, we don't know really.
We'll find her, and whatever it is, we'll fix it.
But months went by with no news, and I almost gave up hope. I even shut out Jamie, and my grades were falling rapidly. I just wanted to know if my sister was okay. One rainy day, I was walking out of a coffee shop when I spotted a girl with red hair getting onto a bus, and she turned her face just a little. Lola! I started running after the bus, calling her name, but it just kept going faster. Suddenly, I slipped on a puddle and landed on the pavement. I looked up to see the bus getting smaller in the distance, and my heart broke all over again. Just then, someone helped me up. It was Jamie. He pulled me into a hug and I cried like a baby.
The girl on the bus that wasn't Lola. I got off that same bus and I saw her too. It wasn't her.
Do you think Lola's okay?
Yeah, I think so. She's almost a grown-up, Kate. You can't find her because she doesn't want to be found yet. Till then, you can have all 4 of my sisters.
I started hanging out with Jamie again, and slowly, I started getting better. By the time we graduated high school, we'd started dating. I began my degree in astrophysics because I still wanted to be an astronaut, just like Lola and I had dreamt. My parents asked me to visit them one weekend at their office. And when I entered, I was completely shocked to see Lola inside. She looked thinner, but as beautiful as always.
Kate, we were waiting for you to start. Lola is here because she's suing our company.
What? Why?
Because your parents are responsible for what happened to my dad.
What?
When I started working as an intern here, I wanted to know more about Dad's accident at work. I looked into his records and realized that he'd been working 80 hours a week. Sometimes he'd work both day and night shifts. I'd hardly see him at home. Because you guys worked him so hard, you caused his heart attack.
Lola, he never mentioned any medical condition in his records, and he requested to work overtime for extra money. It was his choice.
But it's way beyond the legal limit, and you should have never allowed it.
My parents stepped out of the room with their lawyer while my head was still spinning. When they returned moments later, my dad spoke.
We don't want to fight our daughter, and you're right, Lola. We never should have allowed that. We didn't realize the toll it might take on him. We'll pay whatever damages you've demanded with our deepest apologies. And we can't replace your dad, but you will always have a family to come to if you want it.
Lola teared up and left the room wordlessly, and I followed. No! You don't get to do that again. You're gonna leave without even speaking to me? If only you talked before.
I was so angry. I felt rage every time I thought about my dad and the life I never got to have with him. I don't want your parents' money. I just wanted to make them suffer. But I can see I've already done that. Maybe it was nobody's fault.
Just come home, please.
I can't, but I'll make plans to see you in a few days. I promise.
And she kept her word when she met me at a cafe a week later with a beautiful red-haired baby. Is this your daughter? Lola then told me that she'd moved to another town with her boyfriend, who she was still happily with, and she'd put herself through community college to study engineering and had also been working on the side.
I was so driven to save up for a lawyer to fight your parents, and I've caused everyone so much pain. Most of all you. I am so sorry.
You were in pain yourself, Lola. Just come back and be an astronaut with me.
I don't think that's my dream anymore, Kate. It hasn't been for a while. But I'm so proud that you're pursuing yours, and I'll be there to see you take off on a rocket, and I'll always be a part of your life.